I understand the problem with the Strong's Concordance and the things like that, and I've got his Zodhiates transliterated, and I can look sometime at his notes and say, well, you don't know what you're talking about. But how do you reconcile, or how do you go to somewhere to find out, like, Jewish custom, where you see something like the parable of the lost coin or something? You don't really know the significance of that lost coin unless you know what the Jewish traditions and customs are. Is there a book or an author you can recommend that you can kind of read and right alongside that so you can understand that a little better?
I don't know. I would be amiss to go outside the Bible. There's so much in there. When we're outside, we don't know if it's true or not. Do you know what I'm saying? Inside the Bible, we know it's true. So I would be more inclined to say something that I knew was true than something that, all these things that say, well, they did this and they did that. When you start looking back at who wrote these books, and I'm writing a new book. The new book I'm working on is called The Language of the Bible, but it's going to have a section called The Language of the Devil in it. And I'm doing a history of the lexicon. And most people don't realize the Greek lexicons that everyone uses, and they'll open it up and say, well, the King James is wrong, the word says this. Well, I'm tracing the history of these Greek and Hebrew lexicons, and I have found that the definitions have changed. If you look at, I have a Greek, or a Hebrew, Greek, two different ones, from 1600s, when the King James translators wrote. It says what the King James Bible said. 1700s, the Unitarians started getting in there. The Transcendentalists started getting in. Well, they changed it. In the 1800s, they changed it again. It got progressively. Well, how did this Greek word that is in this frozen Koine, because no one speaks Koine, how did this Greek word all of a sudden get a new definition, a secularized definition? Well, no one has these old lexicons anymore to read this. So I started reading the history of the lexicon, and I found that there was this great revolt. Are we or are we not going to use quotations from philosophers, pagans? And they had never used them until, about 1725. Then they started using these quotes from pagans. When you start using quotes from pagans, it says to the Greeks, foolishness. So the most brilliant Greek philosopher, the things of God are foolishness to him. So we're going to go look at these pagan authors and see what they believed, about things. So I don't know. I don't have that problem where I have to stand up and teach all the time. So I think if I did have that problem where I was stand up and teach, maybe I'd go and start getting other things. I don't know.